Hi, I'm Tanya Kerr with T. Kerr Property Group, and as you know, we make sure that our clients are well taken care of, whether that is with insurance, mortgage, cleaning, or pest control. And so I have Mike Swallow here with J&M Pest Control, and we are going to right now. You brought up a really good point that I wanted to hit on. So you were talking about pest control in that it's actually eyes on your property, and you were saying that yes, it is about pest control. We want to catch the pests, but when you're out there, you're also seeing other things that you can alert homeowners to. So talk a little bit about kind of the quarterly service that you guys provide and how that really helps a homeowner.
Well, quarterly service can be different between different pest control companies.
Okay.
So everybody can do them different. We kind of old fashioned. We still have the truck mounted pumps. Okay. A lot of guys have gone to just backpacks. You can't do good work with a backpack.
Why?
You're just not getting enough product out there.
Okay.
There's no way those guys can spend enough time to put more than, it only holds 4 gallons, and if you fill it to the top, it's very heavy.
Okay.
So we hold 50 gallons in our truck mounted pumps. Now we might be putting the same amount of material out, but we're spreading it out over a bigger area.
Okay.
So bugs don't pick up enough product just walking over it. They have to rest on it.
Okay.
So if they just walk over, it doesn't matter how much of the stuff is there. They're not going to pick up enough to control them unless they rest on it. So we do a wider area. So instead of right by the house or right at the edge where the concrete meets the grass, we do a 10-foot spread out. Okay? And that's just for regular maintenance. So everybody does it a little different. There's different ways. We also broadcast granules across your whole lawn on every service.
Okay.
No one else does that. So
I have a follow-up question then. Can pets go outside after pest control, or how long should pets not be around the chemicals?
So it's always safe for people, pets, and the environment after it dries.
Okay, so what's that drying period?
Well, it depends. Outside, it could be 30 minutes to an hour, and unless it's a very humid day, you might want to wait 2 hours. But we're careful not to spray on days that are too humid.
Yeah.
If it's misty, we got to say no. It has to be able to dry in a reasonable amount of time.
Got it.
On the interior, all of our interiors we have AC and climate control. Within 30 minutes, it's dry.
Okay. So this is going to be a great topic. So that new construction, there are these pest tubes that they put where a pest control company, and they have a whole monopoly on the thing, but they can come and they can put the pest control in these tubes. But is that as effective as what you do? Or, I mean, it's within the walls. I'm just curious, does it really spread it?
The jury's out on that. I have never seen those work really well. The walls they put them in they come back with the insulation and smash it against all the wires and those things. Are the bugs coming in through the wall? I don't think so.
Okay.
They're coming in through cracks in the windows, our doors, our soffit vents, getting into the attic, coming down the lights. This is mostly the entry points, weep holes. So they're not going through that wall void to get into the house.
Is it okay to put that metal mesh in the weep holes?
Oh, absolutely. Okay. Absolutely. It can still breathe. If it's done correctly, you don't stuff it in there too tight to create a blockage. But we use copper, and we usually blow some waterproof dust in there first.
Okay.
Pardon me. And then use copper wool. And that keeps your bigger insects out. It helps a lot with spiders, scorpions, and that sort of thing.
Okay. Yes. Got it. You do rodents as well?
Rodents, yes. We do full control of rodents, and then we guarantee it for a year.
Okay. So I know we had a property one time where we called you out and there were like 26 ways that rodents could get in that property.
Yes, that's a lot. So
Yeah.
sometimes it's not cost effective to try to seal it off. Generally speaking, a pier and beam home with a tin roof, it might have so many holes in it that you have to start over to get to do it that in that fashion and try to stop all the entry points.
Okay.
But what we can do to combat that is to, we can always trap them out, whatever's there, the resident rats, and then afterwards put out rodent bait stations. This will kill a a huge perimeter around the house and get rid of all the rodents that are there in the first place.
Okay.
So
You were telling a story about a lady that called you out because she had a squirrel in her bathroom.
Oh, the squirrel in the bathroom. Yes, it actually came through the vent. So the vent on the roof was malfunctioning to some degree. So the squirrel got in through there, and no pun intended, but the fan in there that goes around is called a squirrel cage. It's a squirrel cage fan, but it was made out of plastic. And that squirrel chewed through there and got into the bathroom. And it was a tiny bathroom. It was one of those ones under the stairs. So it was very tiny. There was a bath and a shower, a toilet, and a lavatory. And the guy had the door nailed shut with towels and stuff all around. So he says, "What are you going to do?" I said, "I'm going to get in there with a net, and you're going to close the door behind me, stuff your towel back in there, and don't open the door till I tell you." So I didn't get to film that. That would have been hilarious, I'm sure. What did you say? Do the circus song?
Yeah.
That would. That's how I looked.
Have you ever gotten bit by a squirrel?
No, fortunately not. I do have some pretty thick welding gloves that I wear anytime I'm handling wild animals.
Got it. Okay. All right. So whether for your pest control or your rodent needs, Mike's here for you. So if you want to learn more about getting a quarterly service or any other treatments with him, feel free to give him a shout. Mike, how do they reach you?
Call my lovely wife, Pepper, at 512-294-0119, and she'll get you set up.
And of course, pest control looks easy, but
it's murder.
Brought to you by T. Kerr Property Group.